The nominee distinguished colleagues, the nominee before us is the nominee from Plateau State, Her Excellency Dame Pauline Tallen. On behalf of my colleagues, I want to welcome you to the Senate chamber. We have your CV, and you can highlight those things in the CV that we feel the Senate should take note of. You can also inform the Senate of anything that you might have omitted from the CV but of significance for this exercise of screening. Once again, you are welcome, and this Senate is gender sensitive. We want to start supporting our female nominees right from screening up to the completion of your assignment or duty tour. You can address the Senate now.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, our most distinguished Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, officers here present. I want to specially acknowledge my 3 senators from Plateau State. Distinguished Senator Ignatius Longjan, my own senator from the Southern Zone. Distinguished Senator Hezekiah Dimka from the Central Zone. And distinguished Senator Ida Gyang from the Northern Zone. I want to also use this opportunity to specially congratulate all the distinguished senators in this hallowed, most respected chamber. I have congratulated most of you, but I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all of you because God brought you here for a purpose. You were selected by your people out of millions of Nigeria for a purpose. I congratulate you and I celebrate you. I want to take this opportunity to specially celebrate my 7 female distinguished senators in this red chamber. And I pray, Mr. Senate President and all the distinguished senators of this House, that you give them the necessary support so that together we can move Nigeria forward. I want to put on record and to specially thank Mr. President for nominating me as one of his nominees for the ministerial slot for this second term. I feel humbled, really humbled, to stand before you in this hallowed chamber for the second time. I was here in 1999, and again, God deemed it fit for me to be nominated by Mr. President to come and serve under this administration as a federal minister for the second time. I want to thank the Almighty God for the large number of supporters that have accompanied me. I have both the state and federal, all the federal legislators, members of the House of Reps are all here to support me. In the gallery, I have former chairmen of local government, former speakers, former members of the House of Assembly, they are all here, and friends across all the 36 states. I am non-tribalistic. I don't discriminate. I also want to put on record that God brought you here for a purpose, to support Mr. President, because Mr. President was brought back for the second time for a purpose. Mr. President is not a magician. He alone cannot do the magic. But with your total support and cooperation, I believe that we will be able to make a difference in this country. My name is Pauline Tallen. I come from a humble family in Shandam. I went through my primary school in the most prestigious RCM Primary School, Shandam, from 1966 to 71. And from 1972 to 76, I went to the most prestigious Government Girls College, Dala. It was like a unity school then. And the best outstanding students in the 19 states of the Federation were picked to go to Dala. I finished in 1976 from Government Girls College, Dala. I went to we were the first set in prelim SPS Kefi from 1977 to 78. From there, I got admission to the University of Jos from 1979 to 82. I read sociology, and my life has been that of service to humanity. I'm the first woman on the Plateau to set up the first model nursery and primary school outside the city in the local government council, because I believe in rural development. And I believe the greatest asset we can give our children is education. Education is key and is the life asset that you can give a child. I pray and plead with all of us here that together the federal executive and the legislature must work together in order to move this country forward. It is on record that when I was minister from 1999 to 2003, I worked very well with all the committee members in the Senate and the House of Reps. And with that synergy, we can be able to move forward. I will be an advocate to ensure that we work together peacefully, amicably, in order to help Mr. President move this country forward. Looking at all of you gathered here, I can see hope for Nigeria. I can see my brothers. I wish I could acknowledge each one of you. I can see my dear brothers. I can see my in-laws, because my children married across all the country, the 6 geopolitical zone. I have in-laws in Edo. I have in-laws in the northeast. I have in-laws in the southwest. I believe that with your support and cooperation, we will be able to support Mr. President to make this country a better place. The 3 cardinal points of this administration is to fight corruption, security, and the economy. And I pray that together we'll be able to put our heads together to fight corruption, to ensure that security, which is the greatest problem we are facing, that we cope and ensure that we fight the security challenges to a standstill. I thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. We entertain our female nominees. The 2 leaders normally speak on behalf of the Senate, and the state caucuses are not privileged in the circumstance. So I'm pleading for the understanding of our colleagues from Plateau State. It's something we have said for ourselves. Senate Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. In making a comment before I yield to my leader, I wanted to say that Dame Pauline Tallen, we know her DNA.
Yes. Yes. Oh my own, oh my own. She's alone.
She has been like me, a deputy governor. That means that I'm close and understand. She has also been a minister. The only unfortunate thing was that in her CV, while writing that she's a minister, she didn't write under which party. And so Dame Pauline Tallen will have the distinction in Nigeria of serving in 2 different cabinets, in 2 different parties. Nobody claps here. And so Dame Pauline Tallen, a quintessential mobilizer, because she has always, since the time of better life, she has always been known and been there. We wish to extend our congratulations to you and ask you to, when you get in whatever capacity that Mr. President deems fit for you to serve, that you will continue to give service to Nigerians that you have always done. And therefore, I would also wish to add, Mr. President, that the Plateau caucus heartily and wholeheartedly endorse your nomination.
Yes.
And on their behalf, I also wish to congratulate you and believe that you will be a good ambassador of Plateau State in the federal cabinet. These few words, having known you and established all your credentials and everything, I wish to yield to the majority leader to go ahead and do the needful that we have done for all female nominees that have come to this chamber. I so move.
Distinguished colleagues, I'm Yahya Abdullahi, representing Kebbi. Mr. President, we will have before you and all our distinguished colleagues a very hard-working, talented, distinguished lady of substance. This is a lady who I think is a household name, not just politically, but also socially, and in the humanitarian cycles of this country. This is a lady, who has established her DNA, not in the PDP, but in the hearts and homes of Nigerians. And working on the basis of all the experiences that she has garnered in the struggles to making Nigeria great again, she has decided to leave the PDP to go to the next level. Therefore, Mr. President, I think having talents like those possessed by Mrs. Tallen is a plus for this administration. It's going to bring finesse, discipline, and experience into the cabinet. Therefore, Mr. President, I have no hesitation in recommending to my colleagues that this hardworking former minister, former deputy governor, should be allowed by the Senate to take a bow. I so recommend, Mr. President.
The essence of asking our female nominees to take a bow and go, a privilege that only members of the National Assembly and associated legislatures enjoy. We do so because we believe that our female nominees and the Nigerian women generally have come of age to to participate fully in national development. And those nominees that we have proved themselves very capable, very competent, very reassuring. And we believe that they will do a lot of good things, adding a lot of value to governance, and we therefore have no reservation that they deserve this privilege. The nominee before us, like the Senate leader said, is a household name, a devoted and committed and patriotic and very loyal person. And unlike the minority leader said, has a DNA in every Nigerian's heart. I believe that all of us here, regardless of our political platforms, feel the same for our nominee. So with these remarks, I'll put the question. Is it the view of this Senate that the nominee before us takes a bow and go? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You can take a bow.